Hi, Mike Brantley, Auctioneer. Talking today about auctioneer license predetermination, and this would apply to any sort of occupational license. I teach real estate, I teach auctioneering, and sometimes I'll have a student say, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." We step out to the side there, and they say, "Well, I'm 42, but I had a felony conviction back in, oh gosh, it's been 21 years ago. And, I paid my debt to society. I paid the fine. I did community service. I didn't serve any jail time. It wasn't a violent offense of any sort, but a felony nonetheless. And how do you think this is going to work out, me getting an auctioneer's license? Now, in a lot of license states, if you have a past felony conviction, for example, you have to put that on your application, and then they can ask for more information. They can approve your application. They can deny your application. They can ask for further information before they make that determination. That's generally the flow in license states. And we have for years had students periodically, not often, come up and say, I've had this happen in my past, what have you. I don't know how that's going to work out when I, apply to get my license. Well, there wasn't any way to find out except what? Well, for one student, he paid for auction school, $1,500. He stayed in a hotel for 11 days or 12 days, food, away from home, away from his family, sent in the application, did a background check, got the fingerprints, got everything sent in. And then the state licensing agency, the auctioneer agency, said, well, with this past conviction, we're not going to be able to sit you for the exam. You're not going to be an auctioneer. And is that the way to do it? Well, that's silliness. That's not the way to do it. If we know from his application that he's not going to be able to get that license or sit for that exam, we should be able to tell him that up front. That's called predetermination. He shouldn't have to sit through school that he doesn't need to if he's not going to get the license. He shouldn't have to stay in that hotel for 11 or 12 nights. He shouldn't be away from his family for 11, 12 nights. All as a result of finding out, well, I can't get the license or I can't sit for the test. Tell me up front. So state license states that do not have a predetermination program, I'm going to offer here today, they should have some sort of predetermined program or application or form you can fill out. So he could, in our example here, take that form, fill it out. Here's what happened. Here's the dates. Here's the times. Here's what occurred. Here's what I've done to make my debt up to society, turn it into the license agency, and they can give me yes or no without him having to go through all the stuff unknowingly of whether he's going to be able to get the license or not. So license predetermination. Unfortunately, many license entities, regulatory agencies, administrative agencies that license auctioneers and license real estate folks don't have any predetermination program in place. And so there's no way to find out ahead of time. They need to get with the program here. People have past felonies or past transgressions that however many years ago, but we need not require them to go through the schooling, the training, pay the fees and all that, only to find out I can't get the license. Let's give them that answer up front, right up front. And if they can get the license, then they can go to school and do all that other stuff. And they can't get the license, well, then they can move on and try to get a job or an occupation some other way. It only makes sense. So auctioneer license predetermination is what this is called. And if you're an auctioneer in a licensed state and your state doesn't have this, your association might want to advocate for such a program or a change in the law or the statute allowing the regulatory agency, more or less ordering the regulatory agency to predetermine license eligibility, if you will. Mike Brantley, Auctioneer. Pleasure to be with you today. Other videos on the same page, others forthcoming. Have a great day and stay safe.